In the 1990s, when the world was in danger, there was a special team of superhero mutants that would show up to save the day. You think this is about the X-Men animated series?
No way. Not this time.
Before the X-Men animated series, there was another less popular team of atomic superhero mutants keeping their city safe from the forces of evil. Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is the history of Defenders of Dynatron City. Defenders of Dynatron City is a multimedia enterprise featuring a video game, a comic book, and a cartoon pilot, all released in 1992. It hit the market and was gone so fast that you're probably thinking we made this one up.
No way. Not a chance.
Dynatron City is a city of tomorrow, where mutation is a way of life. That's part of the deal when you're living with atomic energy literally everywhere, at work, in your car, and absolutely in your food. In Dynatron City, Mr. Atom is your friend. Proto-Cola is basically liquid radioactive energy created by the evil Dr. Mayhem. Dr. Mayhem is a mutated genius who developed the drink as a threatening demonstration of his horrible intentions. He was assuming it would make everyone leave Dynatron City so he could take over.
Wrong. It never happened.
Proto-Cola tastes so good that people can't get enough of it. Who cares if they sprout some extra arms, or if it turns their head into a single giant eyeball? They love it, and they love him for it. Until one day, Dr. Mayhem refuses to pay a pair of delivery people for a Proto-Cola shipment. At the same time, a representative from the electric company shows up to ask him some questions about his sudden increase in utility usage that isn't atomic. 3 totally normal humans, a dog, and a toolbox become Mayhem's prisoners as he sets his newest plan in motion to destroy Dynatron City with an army of robots. In their attempt to escape, the 3 humans, the toolbox, and the dog are exposed to a vat of radioactive Proto-Cola syrup thanks to a mutated monkey boy's efforts to free them. They are instead transformed into superheroes. Brett Headlong becomes Jet Headstrong, able to shoot his head off like a rocket. Wendy becomes Buzzsaw Girl, like a mermaid, but instead of half fish, half power saw. Mary Middlefield becomes Ms. Megawatt, living electricity. Their dog becomes Radium Dog, who can fly and has super biting jaws, and even Wendy's toolbox mutates into Toolbox, a hero with a hammer for a head and interchangeable hand accessories. Led by the monkey boy who helped them get their powers, they become the Defenders of Dynatron City, thwarting the evil plans of Dr. Mayhem and protecting the incredibly happy but dangerous lifestyle the citizens were already living. Defenders of Dynatron City was developed for the Nintendo Entertainment System at Lucasfilm Games by Gary Winnick. It was Winnick's first solo development project for Lucasfilm Games, having worked previously with Ron Gilbert on Maniac Mansion. Winnick had been at LucasArts since 1984, where he started as an artist and animator. By 1987, he was actively developing games. Heading into 1992, he was utilizing all of his skills as the designer, artist, and animator on Defenders of Dynatron City. He even developed the story for the Marvel comic with Steve Purcell. Steve Purcell has been a cartoonist and animator, game designer, and voice actor. He's best known for creating the comic, game, and action figure stars Sam and Max Freelance Police in 1987. But before Defenders of Dynatron City, Purcell worked on LucasArts titles like Zack McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders, the previously mentioned Maniac Mansion, and both The Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. Defenders of Dynatron City was a side-scrolling shooter for the Nintendo Entertainment System released in August of 1992. Players control the entire team of Defenders, but only one at a time. And while it's a grind, you'll be thankful at the end that it was only 4 levels and a final boss fight. Because this game is notorious for being unnecessarily difficult. Like, there's hard, and then there's why. Some say it's the difficulty of the bad guys. Some say it's a technical issue with the way the hit detection was implemented, combined with the movements of both the attacker and the target. Some say George Lucas himself insisted that it be that way, that he was too much of a meddling micromanager. Star Wars wasn't enough for him.
It's false. It's a total fabrication. It never happened. This one was invented by a writer.
Welcome to Dynatron City, proud symbol of the atomic age. Wait, something has gone wrong. Mutants are taking over the metropolis. Who can stop these terrifying creatures? Yahoo! Only a new breed of superhero with superpowers
I'm charged.
can save our world.
You lost your heads!
Glad you mentioned it. Watch The Defenders of Dynatron City, Saturday, February 22nd on Fox.
Reviews since the game's release have not been kind. No pulled punches, and unlike in the game, when thrown, the punches land. In 2009, Andrew Schultz of HonestGamers.com said, quote, "But even if the levels weren't in the wrong order, the game would have problems." And I could leave it right there, but Andrew continues, quote, "But the last 3 levels are either so colorless or derivative that people who appreciated the first 2 levels will be left wondering what happened." MobyGames.com review from 2010 is much more concise, quote, "LucasArts made a bad game." And I could leave it right there, but the review continues, quote, "Sadly, once you get past the creative characters and story, everything about this game is poorly designed and executed. The NES was capable of much better, and so was LucasArts." But Defenders of Dynatron City was more than just a game. On February 22nd, 1992, Fox Kids aired a pilot episode produced by Deke Animation City, jam-packed with Hollywood star power. Defenders of Dynatron City, the cartoon, was written by Bob Forward, who came to the series with a portfolio overflowing with animation hit after hit. Masters of the Universe, She-Ra, Rambo, Ghostbusters, Bravestar, Cops, Captain Planet, G.I. Joe, and Super Dave Osborne, Daredevil for Hire. The cast included animation all-stars like Pat Fraley as Jet Headstrong, Brian Stokes Mitchell as Monkey Kid, Charlie Adler as Dr. Mayhem, Candy Milo as Buzzsaw Girl, Gary Owens as the announcer. Whoopi Goldberg played Ms. Megawatt, Tim Curry voiced Adam Ed, and if things had gone just a little differently, Dr. Mayhem would have been played by Christopher Walken. In fact, he recorded the lines. Steve Purcell said, quote, "It was lively and hilarious for God knows what reason. The producers at the last minute replaced him with a more cartoony voice." Marvel Comics released 6 issues of Defenders of Dynatron City beginning in February of 1992, coinciding with the release of the pilot episode through the release of the Nintendo game in August. Story by Purcell and Winnick, written by Steve Purcell with art by Frank Sirocco, Mark McKenna, Tom Vincent, and lettering by Ken Bruzenak. There was no other licensed merchandise that we could find. Any claims that there were sneakers or kites, anyone who tells you that they owned a Defenders of Dynatron City lunchbox or Ben Cooper Halloween costume.
Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. It's a made-up tale.
If you missed the game, you can still buy it for around $50. $20 will get you the entire set of comics. The pilot episode was released on VHS, but does not appear to have been released on DVD, Blu-ray, or officially on any streaming services. You can probably find it here on YouTube. That's where I watched it. According to our research, Defenders of Dynatron City was not only not picked up for series, animated, or comic book, but as of 2002, the trademark wasn't renewed. It is considered abandoned. The rumor of a reboot is false.
It's a fake. It's fiction. It's an urban legend that never happened.
Fox declined to pick up Defenders of Dynatron City for a series. However, the reality was that Fox didn't want to in the first place. According to an interview with executive producer Robbie London in the book The Best Saturdays of Our Lives, written by Mark McCrae, quote, "Fox had no plans to pick up the series. The Defenders of Dynatron City was a very expensive program to produce and a strain on a network budget." Gary Winnick left LucasArts in 1993, but not before making contributions to Maniac Mansion, Day of the Tentacle. In 2014, he got back together with Ron Gilbert to bring point-and-click gaming into the 21st century. Their Thimbleweed Park Kickstarter was funded in December of 2014. The game was released in March of 2017. Defenders of Dynatron City was like Jim Carrey's The Mask combined with the X-Men, like Looney Tunes mixed with the Justice League, like the Ninja Turtles in a more futuristic city. Absurd mutant superheroes in a futuristic setting could have been a hit if missing wasn't so easy. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you very much to those of you who already are. If you haven't heard, we started streaming on Twitch. Find us at twitch.tv/toygalaxy. If you're in the position to help the channel grow, please visit our Patreon or become a YouTube channel member. Please share this video and let us know in the comments down below if you've ever heard of Defenders of Dynatron City. I like to think that I've seen or heard of pretty much everything that's out there, but this was a new one to me. If I've never heard of this, that's on you, Nintendo, LucasArts, and Marvel, because I was playing a lot of Nintendo and reading a lot of comic books in 1992. In fact, that's pretty much all I was doing, so that's on you.
Cut.